Have you ever felt like you're standing on the edge of a crumbling cliff? The world around you seems to be shaking. The news is a constant barrage of chaos, and your own personal life feels like a storm you can't control. It's that feeling of being completely and utterly overwhelmed, where the weight of it all just presses down on you until you can barely breathe. In those moments, where do you turn? What do you hold on to when the ground beneath your feet feels like it's giving way? Today, I want to talk about an ancient anchor, a source of unshakable strength that has comforted people for thousands of years. It's found in the Bible, in Psalm 46. This isn't just old poetry. It's a powerful declaration of hope for anyone feeling lost and overwhelmed. The psalm begins with these incredible words: God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Let's just pause and soak that in. God is our refuge. A refuge is a safe place, a shelter from a storm. Imagine a violent hurricane is raging outside, but you're tucked away in a solid, warm house. You can hear the wind howling and the rain lashing against the windows, but you are safe. You are protected. That's the image this psalm paints for us. When the storms of life, anxiety, fear, uncertainty, loss are raging, God offers us a place to hide, a spiritual shelter where we can find peace amidst the chaos. But it doesn't stop there. He is not just a passive shelter, He is also our strength. This is so important. God doesn't just protect us from the storm, He gives us the inner fortitude to endure it. It's not about us mustering up our own courage. It's about tapping into a divine power source. Think of it like plugging your phone into a charger when the battery is at 1%. On its own, the phone is useless. But connected to the power source, it comes back to life. In the same way, when we feel weak and depleted, we can connect with God, and He infuses us with His strength to keep going. And the best part? He is an ever-present help in trouble. Not a sometimes help, not a when He feels like it help. An ever-present help. He's not far off in some distant heaven, oblivious to our struggles. He is right here, right now, in the very midst of our trouble. He is present in the sleepless nights, in the anxious thoughts, in the difficult conversations, in the moments we feel most alone. He is with us, ready to help. The psalmist then goes on to describe a world in total chaos. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam, and the mountains quake with their surging. This is some seriously dramatic imagery. Mountains falling into the sea, that's the end of the world as we know it. The psalmist is describing the absolute worst-case scenario. He's saying, even if everything you know, everything you rely on, completely collapses and is thrown into chaos, even then, we will not fear. Why? Because our security isn't based on the stability of the world around us. Our security isn't in our job, our finances, our health, or even the stability of the mountains. Our security is in God, our refuge and strength. When our foundation is God, we can remain steady even when everything else is shaking. This is a radical shift in perspective. It moves our trust from the temporary and fragile things of this world to the eternal and unshakable character of God. This doesn't mean we won't feel scared or anxious. We're human. The feelings are real. But it means that underneath the fear, there is a deeper, more profound truth holding us steady. It's like being in a boat during a storm. The waves are tossing you around and you might feel sick and scared, but you have an anchor that is lodged deep in the seabed. The anchor doesn't stop the storm, but it keeps you from being swept away. God is that anchor for our souls. The psalm then shifts its tone. It speaks of a river whose streams make glad the city of God. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy place where the Most High dwells. God is within her. She will not fall. God will help her at break of day. After all that talk of roaring seas and quaking mountains, we get this beautiful, peaceful image of a life-giving river. This river represents the constant, quiet, life-sustaining presence of God in our lives. While the world outside might be a raging sea, inside the city of God, which represents God's people, our very hearts where He dwells, there is a river of peace, joy, and life. This is the peace that doesn't make sense to the outside world. It's the calm in your spirit when everything around you is frantic. It's the quiet confidence that even in the darkest night, morning will come. God will help her at break of day. This is a promise. The darkness doesn't last forever. Help is on the way. The dawn is coming. Then we come to one of the most famous verses in all of the Psalms, and perhaps one of the most misunderstood. Be still and know that I am God. In our frantic, busy, overwhelmed state, what is God's instruction? It's not try harder, do more, or figure it all out. It's be still. The Hebrew word for be still can also mean cease striving, let go, or relax. It's an invitation to stop fighting in our own strength, stop trying to control every outcome, stop spinning our wheels in anxiety. It's a call to pause, to breathe, and to surrender. Surrender is a scary word for many of us. We think it means giving up. But in a spiritual sense, surrender means giving up control to the one who is actually in control. It's acknowledging that we are not God, and that's okay. It's letting go of the crushing weight of trying to be. And in that stillness, in that surrender, we are to know that I am God. This isn't just intellectual knowledge, like knowing a fact from a book. This is a deep, personal, experiential knowing. It's the kind of knowing that comes from relationship. It's in the quiet moments that we truly begin to understand His power, His sovereignty, and His deep, abiding love for us. When we stop talking and striving, we can finally hear His voice and feel His presence. Think about it. When you're panicking, your mind is racing and you can't think clearly. The best advice is always to stop, take a deep breath, and calm down. That's what God is telling us to do on a soul level. Stop panicking, stop striving. Take a spiritual deep breath, let go, and remember who I am. I am the God who created the universe. I am the God who holds the mountains in place. I am the God who is your refuge and your strength. I've got this. And because I've got this, you don't have to carry the weight of it all by yourself. The psalm ends by repeating the main theme like a chorus in a song that we need to hear again and again. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. A fortress is even stronger than a refuge. It's an impenetrable stronghold. It's a military-grade safe zone. This isn't just a cozy cottage. This is a castle with high walls and guards, completely secure from any attack. When you feel overwhelmed, when you feel attacked by fear, doubt, or despair, remember this image. You are in a fortress. The Lord Almighty, the commander of heaven's armies, is with you. He is your defender. He is your protection. So how do we apply this ancient psalm to our 21st century lives with our smartphones, deadlines, and constant notifications? First, we have to intentionally choose our refuge. When you start to feel that familiar wave of overwhelm rising, where do you instinctively run? To social media? To binge-watching a show? To food? To overworking? These things might offer temporary distraction, but they are not a refuge. Or they are flimsy tents in a hurricane. Intentionally choose to run to God instead. This can be as simple as pausing for 30 seconds, closing your eyes and whispering, God, you are my refuge. Second, practice being still. This is a discipline. It won't come naturally in our hyperactive world. Schedule 5 minutes of stillness into your day. Find a quiet place, turn off your phone, and just sit. Don't try to pray eloquent prayers. Don't try to solve your problems. Just be. Be still, and let your soul catch up. In the silence, remind yourself of who God is. You are God. I am not. You are in control. I surrender. And third, look for the river. Even on the hardest days, look for the small streams of God's grace that bring gladness. A kind word from a friend, the beauty of a sunset, a moment of unexpected peace, a song that lifts your spirit. These are whispers from God, reminding you that His river of life is still flowing, even when it feels like you're surrounded by a chaotic sea. Psalm 46 isn't a magic formula that will make all your problems disappear, but it is a lifeline. It is an anchor. It is a fortress. It is a divine invitation to shift your perspective from the size of your storm to the size of your God. He is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. So be still, cease striving, and know that He is God. He is with you, and He is your fortress. You are safer than you think. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope this was an encouragement to your heart. If it was, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more content like this. It really helps us reach more people. Grace and peace to you.